Thank you, Steve. We're following a developing story in Monroe County where crews have been responding to a major flooding incident.
Our Allie reads live for us in Stroudsburg this morning with the latest. Allie, good morning.
Good morning, Eve and Hasiel. At last check, we're up to about 200 people right in this area that have had to be evacuated earlier this morning and then continue to be evacuated as they're waking up and they're stepping outside and seeing what they're seeing. Many people aren't even able to leave their front entrances. Water is getting up to tops of where a lot of those people are having to enter into their homes. But even just here in this parking lot, I mean, just a sight to see, right? I mean, cars just infiltrated with water. Now, officials tell me that that's due to many of the creeks that are in the area and then the low-lying areas that we're seeing here, which was the reason as to why you're seeing such extensive flooding in this area. Now, you're waking up this morning, potentially parts of the region, you didn't see much of anything, but here in this area, we saw about 3 to 5 inches of rain mixed with the creek water and the low-lying areas. It really just caused an unfortunate situation here. Now, this morning, I did catch up with the emergency preparedness planner in Monroe County, and she's able to give us some insight of what this morning is shaping out to be.
Everything has settled down a lot since this morning, since earlier, and the phones are quiet, the radio's quiet. So I guess things are settling down out there. People are either at their destination where they needed to be, or they're just hunkering down.
So this morning, it was a voluntary evacuation. So people did have the choice as to whether or not they wanted to either shelter in place or seek shelter within the county. Now, a lot of the people in this area here at the Glenbrook East Apartments in Stroudsburg were transported over to East Stroudsburg University at the Kaler Fieldhouse. Now, in order to do that, because many of them weren't able to get to their cars this morning, they either had to walk or be rescued from their homes. So what they had to do was essentially go about a half a mile down the road here to the Wawa on Main Street. And throughout the morning, they still have a busing system that's transporting people over to that shelter-in-place area. So again, many people, upwards of 200 people this morning, are stationed over at East Stroudsburg University. Now, we are continuing to get further information throughout officials this morning. The latest that we've heard is that the floodwaters did begin receding around 5 a.m. So throughout the Sunrise Show, we might start to see some of this water go down. Of course, this is ongoing. And as soon as we start to hear from some of the folks in the area, we'll share some of that information with you. For now, live here in Stroudsburg, Allie Reed, 69 News.